Well, hi guys. I am so glad to be back. I'm doing well. We just got back from our last vacation on our motorhome, and I have some new things to show you that has happened in my backyard. I got some freebies and I got some freebie help. So I'm going to take you out back and show you what's going on out there. It's really exciting. I can't wait to show you. So let's go out there and see. Here's my money shot, but I'm going to pan over this to the right and then to the left. And my neighbor was getting rid of a bunch of boxwoods. And it was all in a hedge. And so I just had to dig up from one side to the other side. So it made a perfect hedge and it looks so great. So here we go. There it is. I'm so excited about these. Now, I just did a trim on them about a week and a half ago. They looked really bushy, and they do need to be leveled in the center just a little bit more because there's a little bit of a grade, but I didn't want to prune the center down too much when they've just been transplanted. Now this particular bunch was up against the house and it didn't have hardly any roots on any of them. And the one I'm worried about the most is at the end here. It looks a little bit, I got a yellow jacket after me. Anyhow, right here, this one doesn't look the happiest. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but it's not as green as the one next to it. Like this is one and this is one. And the way the original owners had the home, they didn't plant them very straight. So it was pretty easy to get them back in this area, but I had to plant them, their stems like in all different directions, like this way and that way and then forward towards you. And so I'm going to show you that a little bit. You can kind of see, I think you can see down in there, maybe not, but you can see that one. Let me go a little closer. You can see that one there is really going jotted out to the side, and this one's jotted forward, and that one's more straight. Anyway, it was a little bit of a chore to get those in there, but I did do it, so really thrilled. This just, I think, makes this fence line look more complete. It's something that I kind of wanted to do, but I had done this little island here in a previous video, which was kind of the start, and I just needed something, but I didn't know what, and this is just perfect. So I'm super grateful that she didn't want them. She thought they smelled like cat urine, but this variety doesn't have that real distinctive cat smell to it. It's a green mountain gem, I think. I found a tag for it, but I'm just praying that it survives because these did not have a whole lot of roots. I did give it some fertilizer, so let's hope that that will help these guys. So another update is the one, they had more boxwoods, and I always wanted some more winter interest over on this side of the yard, which I've showed you guys before. I was putting in some winter interest, and here are the other ones. Now these guys here had a lot of root system, and then these two were two left from the other side, and you can see how they don't look as healthy as these. These were getting a little bit more sunlight and I think water. The other ones were like over on an overhang as well, and they were really dry. I mean, it didn't take anything to get them out. So it really makes this fence line come together. I even had to move this bush because I had only so many. So let me back up so you can see it a little bit from a distance. Let me see how far. Okay. Now you can see. So I had originally 4 here, and it looked off-centered. So I have 2 now, 3 and 2, where it used to be 4 here. So I moved this bush that was here over to get the 2 bushes here. So now I have a pencil, 2 regular, a pencil, 3, my nice pine tree that I put in with the mosquito. Oh, it's horrible. And then the 2 and another pencil. And this one was a little less expensive because it was shorter, obviously. But I'll just love it. I think it looks so great. And I did move This other bush, my almond bush, I gave it a severe cutting, which it needed to have done anyhow to keep it a little bit more under control. I also moved because this bush right here had a dormant bleeding heart plant, and so I dug up the roots and I put it here, and it's really hard to see. It's just like a little, there's a lot of root, but right here is the branches from it. So I put that there, oops, and then I took out 2 hostas, back 2 hostas I got out right here, and I put one of a new, they had these great deal, I couldn't resist it. It was like buy one get one free of heucheras and corabels and stuff. So I bought this one and put it here instead of my hostas, and I just think it looks nicer. You can see a little bit more of the stone. The hostas are a little bit more separated, which just gives them their identity a little bit more of what they are. And they were just a common one. And so the ones that I dug out were 1, 2, 3, 4, and I gave them to my neighbor that gave me these. So they have a new home, and boy, it really got windy all of a sudden. So everything just looks so much nicer. I did run into a few of my bulbs. I tried to replant them. Some of them I cut in half, but I can always buy some more bulbs another year and plant them. I'll just see how they come up next spring and decide from there where they're at. But that is that. And now I have a third surprise. So let me go down this way and I will show you what happened when we were on vacation. So I'm gonna take a little strut so you can see the koi pond there. Still have problems with the green, but the koi are fine, so. And we got pawpaws off of my pawpaw tree. They're delicious, oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw my little reel. I think I did a little reel on them. Oh, they taste like a mango with a little bit of banana. I mean, it really doesn't even taste like that. It just tastes like a pawpaw. So I have the American pawpaw and a Wabash, W-A-B-A-S-H tree here. And then this one is the American one. So they pollinate. You need to have 2 different varieties to pollinate them. At least that's my understanding. So I could be wrong, but I think that's my understanding of it. So, and we'll keep walking back. I haven't showed you what happened when we were on vacation, but I gotta stop by this. Look at how gorgeous this coral bell plant is doing. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, it's loving its life over here. I'm so glad I moved it here. They love a lot of water, boggy kind of areas, I guess, more, and it is loving its life right here. So that is a great thing. My bog rosemary is doing okay. It's starting to show a little stress or something on it, so I'm hoping that it doesn't die, because if it does, this will be the last one. This would be my second one, so I'm hoping it survives. And then I had an issue back here. I'm kind of keeping you guys in suspense. But this tree, I sprayed it, and I can't find a spray bottle. I don't know what I did with it, but it has this weird disease on it. If you guys know what this is exactly, I couldn't find it on Google search, but it's like a scale. Well, it's different now, but it's almost like, see how it's coming apart? It looks like sand, but it isn't. It's like a scale, and it's really not happy, this plant. But I did spray it with a dormancy spray. I'm gonna spray it another couple times with a different sprayer, because I can't find my sprayer. I don't know where it went. But the buds look okay. So the buds for next year, they look all right now. So, but this plant, I didn't catch it fast enough. Didn't realize it. I guess this beauty berry here and this hibiscus here was just really playing a number on it, but it's all over the trunk. It's just, see, let me see if I can get it. See, it's just like this powdery scale thing. It's just, I've never seen a scale like that. It's really weird. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I wanted to show you that. But okay, drum roll. Ta-da! Do you notice anything different over here, people? when we were gone, I had a friend who has been really sweet to me, and her husband's a roofer, and he put the roof on our greenhouse. So Steve's been having some problems with some vertigo lately, and I've been sick over the summer, and it's just like it gets pushed off and off and off. So anyhow, he put it on. So now I have a permanent greenhouse roof on top, which I'm so happy. So now we just got to do a couple more things that we have planned for this greenhouse. Maybe not this year, but hopefully just the whole front we can get done. And if not that, also hopefully the north side, because the north side you don't get any sun, and we would rather have it protected. So we were hoping to put on wood siding or some form of, you know, quick siding, maybe even like metal barn siding or something, to kind of keep this a little bit more protected from the north wind. Even though we have this nice big pine tree, then we can insulate the other side and it would stay really warm, because I would love to use this greenhouse mainly in the spring and in the fall to keep things warmer, and to use the chimney and maybe even like a propane heater or a diesel heater for in here, just to keep the figs going. I mean, what we don't do for our figs trees here. If you're not a fig lover and you haven't tried a fresh fig off of a tree, see if you can find somebody. There's usually somebody that has a fig tree anymore, especially in the Pennsylvania areas, North, South Carolina, Michigan, Ohio, California. A lot of states, people have them because they put them in pots now. Anyway, there's the tin roof. Look how nice that is. Oh, it's nice. It doesn't have a vent. He told us it's very expensive to get the vent ridge, and you have to have a contractor, which he probably could have gotten it, but we didn't know, and we had gotten this one. So we're really pleased. And then of course he did the chimney, which you can't see from in here because we're storing wood up there. But we just love to come out here and have coffee. And it's a disaster in here. So this is like some of the insulation that we could put in the walls here. So we get the foam insulation and just kind of stick it in there, and then maybe someday put something a little more glamorous on the inside. I don't know what, but just as we have money, because, you know, just building the structure, I can't even imagine now with wood prices. Anyhow, but if you work for somebody that has, they build like these really heavy duty slats, they have to make them out of 2x4s. And I know my neighbor, he works for somebody, and he got a whole bunch of free 2x4s to build an enclosure garden. So maybe look into something like that if you have a friend that works in a place that has deliveries of heavy shipments of things. But it cost us about, I think it was $1,000 for the wood of this way back in, I think it was 2018 we built this. Now I have to look back at my own video to find out. But we also want to get a new fan. We are looking into some fans that maybe we can install by this window and have it vent out, or maybe we'll put the fan on this side of the window. Anyway, but we still have a couple sheets that we need to take back because we didn't need them. And it's just so nice. And up here we need to put more permanent piece of wood to keep this plastic in place for a couple more years, because this plastic should last another 5 years. It's about a 10-year warranty, but as you can see, it's kind of moving, and it needs to have something put here again to keep this from flapping and the breeze catching it like we did at the bottom, to keep it in place. So we got to work on that. And then there's the back side, and we left that there until we trimmed it out when we decide to put other permanent siding on that as well. And I would like to have a gutter on here to catch water so that I can water my fig trees and stuff with hopefully like a catchment where I can put fertilizer in it, and then I can pump it and fertilize my fig tree. So, things we want to do as a gardener on a beer budget, right? If we only had the champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Do you remember that show way back in the day when I was a kid? They had that show. It shows you the lifestyles of the rich and famous. But here's another thing I've been doing. This is sod that I took out of, where did I take that out of? No, I can't, oh, where I put the boxwoods. And I put the sod here, and I put some baby grass. We were supposed to get rain. We never got rain. So very hard for me to get out here and water. This one I had done earlier, and this one I did later, and we're supposed to get rain, and we didn't get rain, no rain. So it's a little sparse. I have to reseed this and try to get this growing before the season ends. I'm almost thinking I'm kind of out of time now. So maybe I can at least get what is left growing a little better and see what happens with that. So anyhow, that is my big updates on my gardening. As you can see, the raspberries are almost done. I've been cutting them back just so it's easier to walk through. There's a few left, and figs are having slowed down quite a bit. Look at all these beautiful figs on here. This is the Adriatic JH, and she's just loaded still. A lot of figs are finished. We are getting some really nice ones over here still. Colonel Lippmann's Black and LSU Black. Strawberry Latte is a little behind, but I remember them being behind before and getting them a little late. Here's our old fan. We got to put that back up. That is a solar fan for that one up there, but we want to upgrade to a little stronger ones so that the breeze will go through. Hopefully have one that draws it in and one that draws it out. I'm getting ready for my garlic I'm going to be planting here. Always planted in October. I just went and fertilized this heavily with chickadee doo-doo. And that's about all I'll do for right now. I'll plant them and water them in really, really good. And then I'll just let them go. They should start to sprout maybe just a teeny bit before winter. And then next year, they'll just become big and have tons of garlic. I have tons of garlic. It's just wonderful. And over here, I might put some more garlic. And then a couple garlics I missed over here. When I did my experiment of starting garlic in the spring, this is a few that got left behind. And you can see they're not that big. But it was better than wasting a few little bulbs. So I thought, oh, what the heck? I might as well try it out. So here they are. Excuse my shadow. But anyhow, I have this garlic here, and I'll have to get those out of the ground. I could leave them in and see what they do for a whole another year in the ground. Oh, and this is a rose bush. This is from my neighbor as well. She didn't want all my neighbor's rose bushes that were in the front. And I took two of them. This one and one I put in the front. And then I moved my climber that I had over here. It just isn't getting enough sun from these big pine trees, which we're hoping they come out. So she's called Edison about them. They're at least going to chop them down past the lines, and then they can take them down themselves. But if the Edison will come and do that, that would be lovely, because that is the culprit in the early spring and late fall that shades this way too much for too long, and that'll give a lot more. The only thing that's bad is for my pond. I really need a lot more shade for that. And I'm sorry, I am rattling on here. But anyhow, this rose bush and another one I put up front with the climber. So anyway, I'm just getting set to finish up everything here. Soon I will be doing the fig migration. All these figs, once they drop their leaves and go dormant, I'll be putting them in the garage. Now, if we have really bad weather that just all of a sudden comes and they haven't dropped their leaves, I have to back my car out and I have to store these all in my garage and let them go dormant, which is never fun, because then you have all these leaves in your garage and a mess, and I have to water them and restack them. And anyhow, I'm rattling again. So anyhow, I'm so happy that that is done. I want to give a big thank you to Elizabeth and her husband Ben for doing that job for us, and we don't have to get up there. It's not as fun when you get older as well, doing all these high things and stuff. So anyhow, I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm going to have a birthday that's going to be coming tomorrow, so I'll be another year older. So anyhow, I hope you'll have a great day, and I will see you all guys in the next one. Bye.